bassoon playing individuals do. Does it make reeds? You're making reeds. We were going to make only one reed. We're going to make one reed because I've soaked this cane and it's spring break. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to define the color, but we're going to make sure that our tools are sharp. Music is very much like biology in that life and viability is very precious, and it takes a lot to maintain them and bring them into some kind of fruitful community ecology here. So I'm going to meet with my little composers advocate group at Chick-fil-A, which I think will be encouraging. I see there's a Illuminate arts conference going on at Southern, and I've got my Go to the Symphony video coming up soon. So here I'm just using a razor blade on top of this easel to make a nice straight line. Now, I never really thought of the bassoon reeds as a piece of art. I always felt they were a technology to make art. But there is supposed to be a visual beauty to them. And I say I am in the studio annex because there is great lighting in here. The main studio does not have such great lighting. Welcome to the channel. We've got a Go to the Symphony video with me talking about it, coming out this Saturday. And today at 1:30 I'm going to have, hello, on Cargill. I have a video coming out of a composition. Now, this is not a composition, but it will help me. It will help me with my composition. It's actually for two voices. Speaking of mom, I have a lot of daughters, so it's for two of my daughters are going to sing, and then an oboe playing friend. Many people mistake for the bassoon for the oboe. We are in the same so-called family, but bassoon and oboe are not the same thing, because bassoon is B, big. So I have lived all over the United States, and currently I'm in Tennessee, which is not the biggest cultural center in the world, but we've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got our own symphony here, where one of my colleagues has played first bassoon and been orchestra manager for many years. We actually went to school together in Cincinnati. Okay, this is not too dangerous a process, and it will look even less dangerous when I get my file out. So this is part of the art of music. Like, you've got to make the materials to make the music. Then you've got to pace yourself, think about the next performance, and get the basic things ready. I'm assuming everybody listening in can like read music and appreciates music, has a favorite song, wonders like, hey, would that be cool if I could sit down at the piano and play that? Or get through all the ways singing. And the musical quest often brings a lot of community involvement. Hello, Ava. Okay. Cute pink hand. All right, what we've done is defined the color of this reed. And pretty soon, this little flat thing is going to go to this three-dimensional thing. And then, maybe in like, oh, I wonder, thank you. God really makes everything beautiful in its time. So, we're actually having a really pretty spring right now, and I thought, hey, is the weather ever going to get warm? But it did, and flowers are coming out, and bees are coming out, and ants are coming out. Misery. We actually had ants on our laundry line. Okay, this part here is too big. So, measure twice, cut once is what my grandmother used to tell me. So many words of wisdom you pick up from your family and you don't even think about it. Oh, wow. This was even, like, I thought this might be 3 centimeters, but it's even like 3.2 centimeters. So we definitely have some cutting back to do here. All right. Usually, when I was an undergraduate, I went to music school at University of Miami, and all the people who played my instrument got together in our wonderful bassoon studio Saturday morning, and we made reeds all together. And then our bassoon professor rated them, I can't talk, and gave us advice and gave us his opinions on how we could do it better. He was a wonderful teacher to just understand the Italian, like, operatic sound, and he just had a real quest for beauty in his sound. And it was very fun-loving. I've noticed most of the classical musicians who seem to do well and impact me have a very joyous and curious spirit about them. So I hope I do that too for my students. And they like opera, but they like chocolate and licorice and growing tomatoes and but they help people get into the music with their diligence. All right, we're closer now. We've got the right dimensions. Now, we're going to put brass wire on this little piece of bamboo from France. And then we're going to cut some this is kind of like, if you can imagine making a basket. Like, did you ever think, how does a basket get made out of kind of soft wood fibers into the basket that you see? Well, there's been a lot of jokes about a class called underwater basket weaving, but it's true, water does make things flexible. This has been soaked in water for like 18 hours. And that's what's going to allow it to change shape. And then once it changes shape and gets nice and thin, it's going to vibrate in such a way that I can bring a sound out of it. It's similar to what you might do to make music with like a piece of grass or something. Though I found a plastic straw, you can make some kind of sound out of it, but you cannot use it as a substitute for a reed. That was a very sad little outdoor performance I had where I totally forgot my reeds at home. Then there was another performance I had in Miami where I had a contrabassoon, like it was twice as big as a bassoon, and I forgot the thing called the bocal, which is the metal part that connects the reed to the wooden instrument. So that was mortifying. Now, I've never yet forgotten the actual instrument, but I'm still young. Maybe I will do that too. That's what experience is, learning from your mistakes. I have made little checklists for myself, like when you go to the performance, remember, take along your music, take along your instrument, make sure your cell phone's charged. But today is not the day of a performance. I have a video coming out at 1:30, which is an instrumental version of my new composition on Psalm 64. I've memorized that psalm. I wonder if I could say it as I'm making this read. It's "Hear my voice, O Lord, as I hear my voice, O Lord, as I pray. Preserve my life from the fear of enemy." Does that make sense? Hear my voice, O Lord, as I pray. I've never sung while I made a bassoon reed. But here you can see it's getting closer to the goal, and I'm getting closer to my lunch. Oh, it's so cool. It's, oh. All right, so you see the metal part is up in there. Hear my voice, O God, as I pray. There's actually a big distinction when you look at the commentaries on the Psalms between whether you say Lord or God. Jewish people are very, very careful about the names for God. So I guess Lord is Adonai, and God is Elohim. And it's God in Psalm 64, which is actually an easier vowel to sing. Oh, Lord. You always have to kind of change that a little bit. But God, is very easy to sing. You know, just, can anyone guess what room of the house the studio annex is? I have a home studio. We are about to see a reed. Well, at this stage, it's not really called a reed. When I cut that, it will be a reed. This is called a blank. Like fill in the blank. Oh, this looks great. What if this is the reed that I use to play for Sunday music. Okay. And then we bandage it up with little rubber bands. This one's good. Do you ever think what an amazing thing it is to have a hand? When I teach piano and I like number the fingers and I show them to kids and it's like these two are the same height, these two are the same height, and then they're proportional. We're very beautifully designed. We are handcrafted. Like you can imagine a lot of things in your mind, but it's really a joy when you get them to materialize out of your hands. Alright, so here's my handiwork for the day. I'm so excited. Oh, I didn't use the... I wonder if I should double wrap it with the yellow and the red rubber band. Okay. Just for security's sake, we're going to decorate it with yellow and red. Not my favorite color combination. When I was young, I liked yellow and green a lot. But it will keep this thing very secure. And then I bought glue gun. But lately I've been thinking about using contact cement instead. I don't know. Artists are always like switching up their materials and the grass is always greener. Okay. So who is coming off this? This guy's got to get off. All right, success. Okay, so here's the various stages. These guys are actual reeds. They were put here because they didn't play that well. This one is a blank without all its wires on, and this one's got wires on and just needs to be wrapped. And I'm going to call it a wrap for now. Bye.